Hi, I'm Savannah,
And I'm Jamie.
and today we're going to be reflecting on our pop culture concert that we went to. We both went and saw Casting Crowns with Danny Gokey and Unspoken a couple Saturdays ago here at Purdue in Logue Theater.
So one of the first things that we talked about was the genre and the instruments. So the genre of this music is Christian contemporary music. And the instruments, it was a usual band setup for each of the bands. You know, there's a guitar, bass, drum set. For Danny Gokey, he only sang, and he had a band behind him. And for Casting Crowns, the main singer, Mark, played the guitar and also had his band. And actually in his band, one of the ladies in the band played the violin, which was cool, and the other one played the piano or just sang. And for Unspoken, there was a main singer, and I do believe that there was like some electronic, I don't know what you call that, electronic background stuff. So all three bands kind of brought something a little different. I think that Unspoken was a little more contemporary, and so was Danny Gokey, and Casting Crowns was a little more traditional type band music. So that was cool. And some of the songs that Casting Crowns did, they really used their instruments to get their point across. So like one of their songs was a really slow kind of ballad song, and she just played the piano and the violin for that song. And another song they did an a cappella kind of like folkish song, and so they used snare drums, and I thought that was really cool, that the instruments really got across the meaning that they were trying to convey with their songs.
So then the next thing we're talking about is the presentation. And something that was really unique about this concert, or that I found unique at least, was that they had a screen behind them. And so on the screen they would display the lyrics to the words, and so it was really easy to sing along, even if it was a song you maybe weren't familiar with. And it really helped build on the worship feel that came with the concert. And what I really enjoyed was when Casting Crowns came out, the screen actually was bigger. They had dropped the curtains, and so it had a larger screen, and on the screen it was kind of like a PowerPoint, but it was very animated. So sometimes for like some of their slower songs, one of the backgrounds was a girl dancing while the lyrics popped up. And then another one had some animations with like solar systems and the sun and earth, and it was just really involved, but it helped build on the feel of the songs and just make like the overall experience really immersive. And other than that, like on stage, they all were pretty calm. Like I know Danny Gokey danced a little bit, but most of them just played and like walked around and like kind of got involved with the other band members, but since it was a smaller stage, they couldn't really move around too much and interact with the audience.
So some of the learning that we kind of talked about was that, especially Casting Crowns, you know, this is a Christian concert, so they want to convey their message about God. And I think that it was just a really uplifting, you know, between songs they always talked about different Bible verses and different personal stories. I think the main singer, Mark, in Casting Crowns is really good at telling stories, and they really talked about how music connects people and all their backgrounds, and, you know, it's okay if you're going through something that, you know, music and God can bring you out of that. And Casting Crowns also told some stories about where their songs came from. For example, Mark, actually he had cancer. He was talking about how a song was inspired by him like learning about getting cancer and just like getting through that experience. So I think that something that the concert taught us was that music can really help you get through your emotions and sort through your emotions, and that especially for songwriters, something that helps them get through their lives and get through bad times and go through good times is writing about it and performing it for other people, and we can share our experiences that way and share our stories.
And then another story that I really liked was he was talking about one of his songs that was written based off a youth lesson that he had done back in his home church, and it involved like a picture from Instagram, and it was just a really funny backstory. He like gave the girl a name and like walked through her life kind of from what they could see in the picture. And it was cool to kind of get to see like how the creative process works for him too, because there are those personal stories about his own life, but then also just things that come up with conversation with children and like teens that he has, and how there's a lot of different ways that he creates his songs, but they're all easily relatable to the audience that listens to his music. So yeah, so that was our reflection over the Casting Crowns concert. I know I had a really great time, and for it being my second time seeing them, it was just as great as the first, so I'm glad I went.
Me too. I thought it was really cool to see the 3 different bands. I'd never seen Danny Gokey before, so I really liked his music. And I've also seen Casting Crowns before, and I did like them.
So thanks for watching.
Bye!